First nighter Nick Kohler on the pole alongside of last week's feature winner, and second in points, Alex Venata coming out of a turn number 4. Kohler will win the drag race to the corner, then slide up the hill. Venata trying to come back on the inside. Side by side for a second, as Baldock will beat Callis to the corner, then slide up the hill and lose his spot right back again. Byholm and Furman side by side, with Furman trying to hang on to that 80 car, and then hang on Brian Fuchs in that 34, halfway around, gives it the gas, keeps going. Ross Furman, same thing in the 80. Those guys will lose a little ground, but we stay green. Out front, Nick Kohler in the 13K. Venata trying to keep up, and a good one going for second between your 99s. To the outside, Neil Baldock. To the inside, John Callis. Car around Ross Furman, top of the hill. Now he'll stop, and the caution flag will now come out. Both Ross Furman and Brian Fuchs both having issues in the back of the field. And with Furman not being able to get the ship righted up there at the top of turn 2, he will bring out our first caution flag of the event. And now we'll watch and see if he does. He will take the quick right-hand turn off the turn 3 pit exit, so the 80 of Ross Furman will try and come back for feature action later tonight. Hey, want to wish a happy birthday in advance. Dustin Hudak celebrating a birthday coming up this coming Thursday with love from your family. And Dustin, want to wish you a very happy birthday from all of us here at the ABC Raceway. Nick Kohler has the point for the Delaware double file restart. And we're off and running once again, 3rd of 3 in our Wissota Midwest Modifieds. Venata to the bottom groove, trying to hold off Neil Baldock to the outside. John Callis taking on Tanner Byholm for 4th. And a little contact coming off of turn 4 between Venata and the 41 and Baldock and the 99. And now Baldock will switch lanes. He'll try to work his way by. A little muscle job down the back straightaway. Challenging for second spot. He'll try and clear, slide up the hill. Venata will switch lanes again and try and come back in the low groove. All this time is letting Nick Kohler in the 13K get away. Kohler has built half a straightaway lead, while Baldock and Venata have been discussing second. Byholm in the 4 up to 4th. Shuffling Callis in the 99 back to 5th. Looks like Nick Kohler's got the hang of the place. Venata trying to go upstairs, work off of the berm. Can't quite get around. Had a run going down coming off of turn 2 a moment ago. And your battle for second spot. Baldock trying to hug down low. Venata looking for something way upstairs. He's going to get in the soft stuff. Kohler will see the white flag first. And Nick Kohler, who had a 2.5-second lead last time by the start-finish line, is going to come away with his first heat win here at the ABC Raceway. Wissota Midwest Modified action in the book. Nick Kohler from Bloomer in his first appearance here leads the top 3 to the infield intercom scale with his first heat win here at the ABC Raceway. Second spot to the 99 of Neil Baldock, 3rd to the 41 of Alex Venata, 4th to the 4 of Tanner Byholm, and 5th to the 99 of John Callis. Wissota Super Stock time. We'll put some fenders on and try this. First to 2 in the Supers. On the pole, the 4X is from Minocqua. That is Dave Elliott, and he'll line up alongside the Full Moon Saloon, PioneerLodging.com. Ross Peterson Construction, number 1 of Corey Casari from Montreal. Row 2, the Flying Farmer from Mason, and the Country Buds Flower Shop, Oreskovich Landscaping. Yes. And Pine Creek Pit Stop, sorry about that. That is the 21 of Nick Oreskovich from Mason. He lines up alongside of Brian Mikkinen from Iron River. In the Fast Lane Motorsports and Custom Powder Coating, Geothermal North and J&K Auto Machine, number 11X. Row 3 to the inside from Greenland, Michigan. In the Pest Construction and Truscott Logging, number 22T, that is Ken Truscott. He'll line up alongside of last week's feature winner. Intercom Scales, Justice Brothers Lubricants, Mark Johnson Construction, the 77 of Scott Lawrence from Superior. Bringing up the tail of the grid is the Blue 22 of Randy Spacek from Phillips, brought to you by Mid-States Hydraulics, Makovsky Brushing Service, and Remax New Horizon. 2 heats of 7 in our Wissota Superstocks night. We'll go 8 laps apiece. And the caution lights are down already as Elliott and Casari bringing the field off of turns. 3 and 4, green flag in the air. Casari, Mikkinen in tow. Lawrence trying to come right up the middle. To the low side comes Truscott. To the outside, Oreskovich. As they'll try to shuffle their way into the top 5. Mikkinen up the hill a ways. And Casari will come off of turn 4 with your lead. 1 down, 7 to go. Casari ahead of one of the best in the business in Lawrence. Oreskovich working the outside against the veteran Truscott. And Mikkinen trying to work the outside groove as well with Spacek right there. You got some pretty talented drivers in this bunch. There's easily 100 feature wins out there in this gang. Casari trying to keep out in front of Lawrence. Oreskovich working high side to stay ahead of Truscott, and he'll do so, and he'll try to reel in Lawrence now down the back chute. Working the high groove. Lawrence switches lanes. He'll go down low, slide up the hill in 4. Lawrence with a clean sweep of racing action last weekend. Feature win on a week ago Friday in Superior last night, finishing runner-up in the Superstock feature at Amsoil Speedway. Then winning here a week ago tonight. And last Sunday night at Proctor. Oreskovich with a bobble just a moment ago in turn 4. And that allows Truscott and Mikkinen to gather him up. And Truscott's got a run off of 2. Mikkinen up the hill just slightly, and Spacek getting by. That is for 5th in the Blue 22. Corey Casari looking at the scoreboard, seeing that 77 up there in the 2 spot. You know he's got to be thinking about it. But he's only got to hit his marks one more time. White flag waving. Corey Casari, your leader. Casari holding Lawrence back by about 3 car lengths, maybe 4. They'll go into the corners. Casari hugs the bottom. Lawrence one more drive, but he's not going to get it. Corey Casari's got the win. First to 2 in the Wissota Superstocks in the book. Corey Casari, his first checkered flag of the summer in the number 1 out of Montreal. Second spot to the 77 of Scott Lawrence. Third to the 22T of Ken Truscott. Fourth to the 21 of Nick Oreskovich. And 5th to the 22 of Randy Spacek. Second to 2 in the Wissota Superstocks. We'll roll on to trackside in just a moment. On the pole in the Grumpy's Bar, Bill's Recycling, and Choo Choo Bar and Grill number 3. That'll be Joe Olson from Superior. He lines up alongside second in points, Dave Flynn from Superior in the Rick's Auto Body, Revord Trucking, Jimmy Saloon sponsor number 29F. Road 2 to the inside, a former ABC Raceway Street Stock champion. His first visit here, please welcome Trevor Wilson from Superior in the Johnny's Auto Body, Revord Trucking number 87. And he'll line up alongside another first nighter, but longtime racer here, former 6-cylinder champion from Marengo. The number 55 is Ronnie Himaleski. Roll 3 to the inside In the Quality Collision Center, Ollie and Samaro Concrete, Dr. S.W. Gresham Dental Office, number 50, that is Charlie Anderson. He lines up alongside of the 33 car. Napa Auto Parts of Ironwood, Hurley Dairy Queen, and Jerry Zamico bring you Kurt Myers from Cameron. The Don Koivisto own number 33, and on the back line, the 80 of Greg Kuklinski from Ironwood, Michigan. Greg's Towing and Repair. Adams Automotive Gator Chassis sponsored number 80. A few more feature wins in this bunch. Flynn holding down the point as he'll beat Olson under the stripe for lap 1. Trevor Wilson in the 87. Great to see him back with us. The 33 of Kurt Myers, one of the best in the business, a former Red Clay Classic Superstock champion, former national champion in the Supers. Driving the 33 car this season for Don Koivisto. And he is making up some ground on the leaders. Has gotten by Wilson a lap ago, challenging Olson for second on the high side. He's got him. Wilson trying to follow in his tire tracks. Anderson down to the bottom groove in a 50 car. And he's trying to hold off another one of the top runners in our region, the 80 of Greg Kuklinski. Hemaleski in the 55, his first night out. Former six-cylinder track champ here. But out front, it is Dave Flynn in the 29F. Our Week 2 feature winner. Anderson moving by Olson a moment ago for fourth. Kuklinski trying to do likewise for fifth as Olson switches from the low side to the high side. Flynn down low, Myers upstairs. Myers ran that upstairs groove and nearly took the modified feature win last week. Wilson holding down third ahead of Anderson and Kuklinski. Once more for the win, Dave Flynn in the 29F. Heat win number 3 on the season for the 29F of Dave Flynn from Superior. Superstock action now in the books. Heat 2 is complete. Dave Flynn from Superior in the 29F, your winner as he leads the top 3 to the infield scale to make sure they weigh in 2,800 pounds or better. Second spot to the 33 of Kurt Myers, and third to the 87 of Trevor Wilson, fourth to the 50 of Charlie Anderson, and fifth to the 80 of Greg Kuklinski. Big mods coming out now with Soda Modifieds. That means last call in the 50-50 ticket sales. If you see the gals roaming the grandstands, make sure you pick them up. If you don't spot them, you need your tickets. Make sure you see Joanne in the Front Straight Cafe directly below the Scores Tower. Scott Hudak in the black and blue 00 has got the point. Lakeshore Sales and Services sponsors on the number 00 out of Ashland. He lines up alongside of Ross Leitner. From Washburn in the B&R Trucking Hood Equipment, number 37 Junior. Row 2 to the inside. Missed a week last week. We missed you, bud. The 98 is Al Utinen from Superior. Jack's Fast Food, Campbell Lumber, and Revord Trucking sponsored the 98 car. Kurt Myers will be with us in just a moment as he swaps cars. The 91 car is from Cameron. And it's brought to you by Gator Chassis, Jim Lear Trucking, and Petro Choice. Roll 3 to the inside, our opening night feature winner, Jared Lose from Loyal, Wisconsin. The number 44 car is brought to you by K&S Landscaping and Excavation, Day Spa Boutique, and DNA Automotive. He'll line up to the inside of row 3, and to his right will be Rick Revord from Superior. In the Revord Trucking, Buildings Remodeling, and Bon Swanson, number 95. On the tail of the grid will be the 32 in blue. That is Patrick Cook from Washburn. Clean Air Furnace Service, a good sponsor there. Brian Mikkonen is behind the wheel of the number 67 ride tonight, the 3-time ABC Raceway Superstock champion in his first laps in a big mod. The number 67 car, driven by Brian Mikkonen from Iron River. Big sale going on at the Arnold Shirtworks concession trailer. Bumper stickers Racing bumper stickers, just $1. Decals, $3. Invitational hats, $5. And all printed T-shirts, just $5. Check out the clearance table. All the sales are there. And if you can't find what you're looking for, just ask Mark. He'll get it for you at the Arnold Shirtworks concession trailer behind the Turn 1 reserve seating decks. First of two in our Wissota Modifieds. Vroom. Hudak out front. He has had a tough start to the season. Ross Leitner is going to come up and say hello. But Hudak holding his ground, and he'll lead the field through turn 3 and 4 to lead lap 1. Here comes Kurt Myers. That 91 car is very fast, and he will go to the outside, and he'll take over the top spot. Rick Revord loose in turn 2, gathers it up. 95 car in a straight line again. We stay green. Myers just getting out of the super stock into his modified, and he has got the lead 2 laps in the book. Myers, Hudak, now Utenin challenging in the 98 car against Leitner for 3rd. Los in the 44 holding down 5th. He may have a chance here as Leitner getting loose coming off of turn 4. Utenin to 3rd. Then it's Cook in the 32. Mikkonen in his first laps in a modified in the 67, and a caution flag is out. Yellow flag waving for car parts. Or in French, it's debris. So a couple laps in our first of 2 in the Wissota Modifieds. Kurt Myers from Cameron in the 91 making Ashland his Saturday night home this summer. We appreciate that. Got some great opportunities with that 33 car in the Super Stocks, and as long as he's here, he might as well bring the mod. Hudak opting for the inside of row number 2. Utenin gets the outside, so 2nd and 3rd. Leitner in the 37, Los in the 44, Cook the 32. Then it's Mikkonen in the 67 and Revord in the 95 as we get this one refired. Leitner challenging Utenin to the inside, and Mikkonen getting way up the hill in turn 3. Trying to get used to running without fenders, I think, for the first time in his career. He'll get the hang of it. Good one going for 3rd. Leitner down low in the orange 37. Utenin up high in the black 98. And Los getting a nose in there in the white and black 44. Right behind Scott Hudak's 00. Myers way up in the soft stuff. He's finding something up there, and he's still getting some bite off the corners as he goes very high into the corners and gets into the soft stuff at the tops of the turns, and he's getting some great bite and running away. Hudak has company. Scott trying to work an inside groove. We're used to seeing that 00 car right up on the wall, or at least on the berm, but Scott's trying a low groove to see if it'll work, and right now he's holding down 2nd, but he's got lots of friends, and here comes one of them. Ross Leitner to the inside in the 37. Challenging for 2nd spot. White flag waving. Kurt Myers sees it first. Leitner takes over 2nd, brings Los to 3rd. And Los got into the corner to set up, and Hudak just about got in the tail end. Utenin back to 5th, Revord to close 6th, then it's Cook and Mikkonen. Coming off of turns 3 and 4, 3rd heat win of the year for Kurt Myers in the 91. Kurt Myers in the 91 ride from Cameron, Wisconsin. His 3rd heat win of the season. 2nd spot to the 37 of Ross Leitner. 3rd to the 44 of Jared Lowe's. 4th to the 00 of Scott Hudak. And 5th to the 98 of Al Utenin. Final heat race of the evening. And on the pole, please welcome former Red Clay Classic champion from Forest Lake, Minnesota, X-Raps, presenting the V2 of Joey Jensen. He'll have the pole for heat number 2. He'll line up alongside the 00 of Robbie Bunkelman from Abbotsford, Wisconsin. Brought to you by Soybert Calf Ranches, PK Auto, and Terry Craning Drywall. Row 2 to the inside. Last week's feature winner from River Falls, Wisconsin is Steve Lavasser in the South Fork Cafe Shooters Pub and Al Zepzek Construction, number 99. And alongside of him, in the Ed Fink Trucking, Sockwell Sales and Service, and All Sports Graphics, number 42, that is Paul Nisnik from Medford doing double duty tonight. Bill Byholm's got the inside of row number 3. The number 4 ride is from Glidden and brought to you by Kim Zach Logging, Cookbook Racing Engines, and Hood Equipment. Alongside him is your defending track champion, Fastlane Motorsports and Custom Powder Coating, Star Liquor, and Permaglaze, the number 4X of Steve Stewart from Ashland. On the back row, Kevin Eder from Ashland. In the X-Wraps, GRP Motorsports, Shaw by Buzzy, number 22E. And alongside of him is your points leader, the 22 of Jeff Spacek from Phillips, with Vince's Speed Shop, Northern Wisconsin Fence, and Birch Island Resort Bar and Grill on the fenders. Jensen, your leader early. Bunkelman in the black and green 00. That's his big yellow hauler, by the way, in the middle of the back straightaway pits. Beautiful rig. Lavasser working downstairs, challenging Bunkelman for second spot. Byholm holding down fourth in the Ford with Nisnik just over his right shoulder in the blue and gold 42. Stewart in the 4, Spacek in the 22, Eder the 22E, the balance of your field. Joey Jensen, who has won the Red Clay Classic in both a modified and a late model. And showing why here in the early going. Byholm getting by Lavasser. That was for third a moment ago. Nisnik getting shuffled back as Stewart in the red 4X up to 5th. Spacek in the black 22 to 6th. A tricky track here in the heat races. Lavasser with a bobble coming off a 2 a moment ago, and things got tight between Stewart and Spacek as they tried to challenge Lavasser for 4th and 5th. Jensen running solidly 1.8 up on Bunkelman. Who's 1.3 up on Byholm. Good one going for 4th, though. Lavasser, Stewart, and Spacek in a group. With Lavasser getting the momentum off the top of turn 2 and holding the spot. Spacek will go upstairs to pull up alongside of Stewart. Stewart made that bottom groove work last week in the feature, just 1 spot short. Joey Jensen's got one more trip around, not even a half a lap to go, to see his first checkered flag of the summer here in Ashland. On a night that his sponsor is presenting our program, Joey Jensen will bring home the heat win. And there you have it, heat race action in the books here on Xtreme Sign and Graphics and X-Wraps. Night at the races, the V2, Joey Jensen, all the way from Forest Lake, Minnesota, making a rare appearance here at the track and making it count. He's your winner, heat number 2 in our Wissota Modified. Second spot to the 00 of Robbie Bunkelman, third to the 4 of Bill Byholm, fourth to the 4X of Steve Stewart, and fifth to the 99 of Steve Lavasser. So we got a little time while we get things ready for feature action. Don't forget our concession areas, both in the pits and the main grandstand side. Grab yourself something cool to drink and something delicious to eat. We've got lots of both. You grown-ups that are heading for the beer garden over here in the main grandstand side, please enjoy responsibly. Don't forget all the sales going on. The Arnold Shirtworks concession trailer. Mark's got a bunch of great stuff at the clearance table. Check out the great sales going on there. If you don't see what you're looking for, ask Mark. He'll get it for you. Front Straight Cafe directly below the Scorers Tower. Lots of great eats and drinks if you're looking for a quick snack here while we're waiting. And don't forget our 50-50 drawing. We're splitting up the money, I believe, as we speak. The girls are taking care of that. We have got the Moore's Army Navy Store gift certificate giveaway this evening as well. And that'll be on the adult wristbands. So keep your wrists handy. Don't let them get away. Great racing action for you coming up here next Saturday night is Turn Back the Clock night with the Northern Vintage Stock Car Racers Group out of East Central Minnesota, West Central Wisconsin. A lot of great, very devoted racers that bring restored old stock cars to life and bring them out on the various tracks around the area. They're making about 20 appearances, if my understanding is correct here. Actually, it's more than that. I've just got the schedule here in front of me. Roughly around 20, 22 appearances throughout the region, everywhere from East Central Minnesota all the way up to they'll be up here next Saturday. They'll head to Proctor a week from tomorrow night. They've got a very busy schedule in July and August with a lot of various appearances around the region. Superior and Grand Rapids on back-to-back nights toward the end of September. So lots of, the end of July, I should say. So great group. They'll bring about 12 to 15 racers here, we're hoping, and they have been a staple of our racing schedule for several years now, and they put on a heck of a show. Hope you'll be here for it. Hot laps are at 6:15, racing at 7 o'clock, and of course, we ask you to please tune in to Race Night on 93.3 FM WBSC on your way to the track from 4:30 until 6 p.m. More racing action coming for you as the month of June rolls merrily along. 2 weeks from tonight, June 23rd, it is our Jam the Stands night presented by 93.3 FM WBSZ. All adults ages 13 and over, $5 to get into the track. And don't forget, kids with any paid adult are free, ages 12 and under. So, cool deal. Bring the family, it'll be cheap. And then at the end of June, Northern Clearing of Ashland will present a full race program minus one division as we give the Super Stocks the night off that night, June 30th. But still, 4 divisions of great racing action here on Saturday, June 30th, as Northern Clearing will present our racing program. July gets busy, and we've got a lot to offer in the month of July here in the Red Clay Oval. We start off with Saturday, July 7th with our AMSOIL Race of Champions qualifiers. The feature winners in each of our 3 WISSOTA-sanctioned divisions will automatically earn qualifying berths for the AMSOIL Race of Champions, the Dakota State Fair Speedway in Huron, South Dakota during the WISSOTA 100 weekend in mid-September. Very prestigious event. And the only way you can get in is if you win a Race of Champions qualifier. Ours is on Saturday, July 7th. Also that night, the Bad River Lodge Casino and Convention Center will present our 6-cylinder Summer Sizzler. So a lot of great racing on that night, Saturday, July 7th. On Saturday, July 14th, our kids' bike races presented by Chicago Iron and Supply. We'll let the little ones down on the front straightaway, let them pedal to their heart's content, as we'll have racing in 4 different age groups. One of the most popular nights of the season for the kids, and of course us grown-ups kind of love watching them go around the track as well. So hope you'll be here for that one. Chicago Iron and Supply, our presenting sponsor on Saturday, July 14th. 1 week later, Petro Choice, one of our new season-long sponsors, will present a special for the Modifieds. It's called Modified Mayhem. Something a little different we're going to give a try. An increased purse for our WISSOTA Modifieds on that Saturday night, July 21st. And we'll finish up the month of July with the Fastlane Motorsports Super Stock Challenge. Our 6 cylinders will be on hand as well. And those guys are going to share the track with the 410 Wing Sprint IRA Outlaw Sprint Car Series. Their second visit to the track. They were here a year ago, and did they put on a show? You got to see it to believe it on this little 3/8 mile red clay oval. It is something else. New track record, timed for the IRA sprint. Something special. You gotta check it out. 410 Wing Sprints on the track. It's a good one. Wagner's Shell and Arby's Restaurant presenting the program on Saturday, July 28th. It's going to be a lot of fun. The month of August is full as well. On Saturday, August 4th, the Midwest Mod Madness, presented by the Napa Auto Parts Stores of Ashland and Washburn. We present a little something special for the Midwest Mods. On Saturday, August 11th, Revord Trucking will present a full 5-division race program here. On Saturday, August 18th, the Pure Excitement 25 Pure Stock Special presented by the Ashland-Bayfield County Sportsman's Club. We'll pass the hat and build up a nice big purse for those Pure Stocks and put together a whale of a show, as they always do. We'll draw some extra cars, and it'll be a lot of fun. Good show. You'll want to see that one. And then our season finale, it's Championship Saturday on August 25th. Fan Appreciation Night as well. North Star Beverage, Pepsi, and WIMI 99.7 FM from Ironwood, Michigan are presenting sponsors for our season finale. And then we take a little break, clean things up, spiff things up for you here, because we're going to invite you all back here with friends for the 37th annual Red Clay Classic, Friday and Saturday, September 28th and 29th. Wissota Midwest Modified, Super Stocks, Modifieds, and in their one and only appearance here this season, the mighty Wissota Late Model. $75,000 purse, upwards of 200 cars expected. The Late Model feature runs 50 laps, paying $4,000 to win. At least it does so far. We may change that as time goes on. It may improve on that. A special 2-day show, September 28th and 29th, Friday and Saturday.